Caribbean airspace. U.S. military installation. Routine day transformed into crisis within seconds. C-17 Globemaster III heavy transport aircraft sitting on tarmac. Cargo loaded. Crew completing final checks. Standard logistics mission ahead. Then cockpit warning system screams alert. Potential airspace threat detected. No time for extended deliberations. No time waiting for command authorization. Female Air Force pilot makes split-second decision. Emergency takeoff. Maximum power. Now. 4 Pratt & Whitney F1117 turbofan engines roar to 180,000 pounds combined thrust. Massive aircraft accelerates down runway. Airborne in seconds. This isn't Hollywood dramatization. Real incident. Caribbean Sea region. U.S. Air Mobility Command operations. Venezuela watching. Neighboring nations monitoring. Geopolitical tensions escalating. Story of professional judgment under extreme pressure. Courage under fire. Why U.S. Air Force trains relentlessly for moments exactly like this. 1. The pre-flight sequence. Hours before emergency, standard pre-flight procedures underway. Ground crew inspecting aircraft. Loadmasters securing cargo. Pilots reviewing flight plans. C-17 designed for strategic airlift. Can carry 77 tons of cargo. Operates from short or steer runways. Backbone of U.S. military rapid deployment capability. External inspections complete. Pitot covers removed. Hydraulic systems checked. Landing gear inspected. Fuel quantity verified at 40,000 pounds. Loadmaster reports. All cargo secured. Restraint checks complete. Green status across the board. Crew enters aircraft. Interior checks begin systematically. Overhead panel, hydraulic pumps activated. Pressurization systems stable. Flight controls checked free and correct. Cockpit digital displays come alive. Navigation systems initialized. Route uploaded to flight management system. Radio check, intercom operational. All green on pre-flight exterior. Side hatches secured. Rear cargo ramp locked. Pressure checks complete. Everything routine. Everything standard. Everything by the book. Nobody knowing within hours, routine becomes anything but. 2. The threat detection. Final pre-departure checks progressing smoothly. Engines not yet started. Aircraft still connected to ground power. Crew preparing for normal taxi and takeoff sequence. Then, cockpit early warning system activates. Not drill. Not test. Actual threat detection. Radar showing unidentified aircraft entering restricted airspace. Trajectory, directly toward U.S. military installation. Pilots' training kicks in immediately. Years of simulation. Hundreds of hours emergency procedures, all condensing into this moment. Protocol dictates. Assess threat. Contact tower. Request guidance. But protocols written for normal circumstances. When you have time. When threat distant. This threat, immediate. Close. Approaching fast. Decision required. Now. Pilot evaluates options instantly. Option 1. Wait for tower authorization. Follow standard procedures. Risk aircraft still on ground when threat arrives. Option 2. Abort mission. Evacuate crew. Abandon aircraft and cargo. Option 3. Emergency combat takeoff. Maximum power. Get airborne immediately. She chooses option 3. Commands ground crew. Disconnect all external connections. Clear the aircraft. Now. Loadmaster, ground personnel, evacuate to safe distance. This is not a drill. Tower receives terse transmission, initiating emergency departure. Threat in local airspace. Require immediate runway clearance. 3. The emergency launch. Ground crew scatters. External connections severed. Chocks pulled. Pilot's hands moving across controls with practiced precision. Engine start sequence, compressed into seconds instead of minutes. Engine 1, spooling up. N1 rising. Temperature green. Engine 2, online. Hydraulic pressure building. Engine 3, engaging. Fuel flow confirmed. Engine 4, armed. Full power available. All 4 F-117 turbofans reaching operational thrust. No leisurely taxi. No runway position verification. Aircraft already aligned. Brakes released. Throttles advancing to maximum. 180,000 pounds of thrust pushing 265,000-pound aircraft down runway. Acceleration brutal, gear straining, airframe vibrating, co-pilot calling speeds, 80 knots, 100 knots, V1 rotate, pilot pulls yoke back, nose lifts, main gear separating from concrete, C-17 airborne, gear retracting, flaps adjusting, climb rate, maximum performance, not fuel-efficient cruise climb. Combat departure, angle steep, G-forces pressing crew into seats, aircraft clawing for altitude. Distance, safety, elapsed time from engine start to wheels up, under 90 seconds. Standard peacetime departure, 15-20 minutes minimum. This wasn't peacetime departure, this was survival. 4. The geopolitical shockwave. News spreads rapidly through military channels. Then, civilian media. U.S. Air Force C-17 performs emergency combat takeoff from Caribbean installation. Threat detected. Pilot's quick action saves aircraft, crew, cargo. Venezuela's response, immediate. Intense. Government in Caracas issues statement questioning U.S. military activity in region. Demands explanation for provocative movements. Defense radars across Venezuela activated. Air surveillance intensified. Fighter aircraft placed on elevated alert status. Regional analysts interpret incident as sign of escalating tensions. Caribbean Sea, already geopolitically sensitive area. Proximity to Venezuela. Strategic shipping lanes. Contested maritime boundaries. Any unusual U.S. military activity draws scrutiny. Large cargo aircraft like C-17 typically associated with troop movements, equipment deployments, humanitarian operations, or covert logistics missions. Emergency takeoff suggests either genuine threat or heightened operational tempo requiring rapid deployment. Venezuela, viewing either scenario with suspicion. Neighboring nations monitoring situation closely. Colombia, Trinidad and Tobago, Caribbean island states. All aware, small incidents can escalate quickly when tensions already elevated. Washington declines immediate detailed comment. Standard protocol for ongoing security situations. Official statement limited to U.S. Air Force conducted routine logistics operation in Caribbean region. Crew followed appropriate procedures responding to local conditions. No injuries. Mission continuing as planned. Deliberately vague. Deliberately understated. 5. The pilot's background. Identity not officially disclosed. Standard security protocol. But military sources confirm. Experienced Air Mobility Command pilot. Multiple deployment rotations. Thousands of flight hours. One of select group of female C-17 pilots holding both strategic and tactical operations licenses. That distinction matters. Strategic operations. Long-range cargo flights. Peacetime logistics. Routine supply missions. Tactical operations. Combat zone landings. Austere airfields. Hostile environments. Emergency procedures. Tactical license requires additional training. Demonstrated judgment under pressure. Ability making split-second decisions with incomplete information. Exactly what this situation demanded. Her career path typical of modern Air Force, undergraduate pilot training. Initial assignment to smaller transport aircraft. Progression to C-17 after proving competence. Additional schools, survival training, combat tactics, emergency procedures, threat recognition, simulator hours, hundreds, practicing every conceivable emergency, engine failures, hydraulic malfunctions, combat departures, threat evasion, all preparation for moment like this. Military aviation community response, universal praise. Fellow pilots noting textbook decision-making, proper prioritization. Crew safety first, mission preservation second, procedure compliance distant third when seconds matter. Aviation safety experts highlighting this is exactly what training's supposed to produce. Pilots capable independent judgment, not robots following checklist when checklist inadequate for situation. Gender becomes non-issue among professionals. Capability matters, performance matters, results matter. She delivered all three. 6. The C-17 Globemaster III. Understanding why this emergency takeoff significant requires understanding aircraft itself. C-17 Globemaster III, Boeing-built strategic/tactical airlifter. Entered service 1995. Backbone of US and NATO airlift capability. Specifications impressive. Maximum payload, 7,900 pounds, 77 ton. Cargo hold, can accommodate M1 Abrams tank, multiple Humvees, or 102 paratroopers. Range, 2,400 nautical miles fully loaded. Cruise speed, 450 knots. Service ceiling, 45,000 feet. Unique capability, operating from short, unpaved runways. Most heavy cargo aircraft require long paved runways. Extensive ground support. Prepared airfields. C-17 can land on 3,500-foot dirt strips. Forward operating bases. Austere locations, then take off again carrying full load. This versatility makes it invaluable for disaster relief, combat logistics, special operations support, rapid deployment. 4 Pratt & Whitney F117 PW100 turbofan engines, each producing 40,440 pounds thrust. Total, 180,000 plus pounds. Enough power for short field takeoffs, high altitude operations, heavy-weight departures, also enough for emergency combat takeoffs when situation demands. Aircraft designed with redundancy, multiple hydraulic systems, backup flight controls, independent electrical systems, can sustain damage and continue flying, critical for operating in hostile environments. Current fleet, US Air Force operates 222 C-17s. Additional aircraft operated by UK, Australia, Canada, Qatar, UAE, India, Kuwait, NATO. Proven combat record, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria. Humanitarian missions worldwide. This Caribbean incident, just latest chapter in aircraft's operational history. Caribbean incident raises important questions about military readiness in contested regions. US maintains significant presence in Caribbean. Naval Station Guantanamo Bay. Various cooperative security locations. Regular training exercises with partner nations. Purpose: combating drug trafficking. Disaster response: maintaining regional stability. Countering hostile nation influence. Venezuela views this presence differently. American imperialism. Threat to sovereignty. Justification for own military buildup. Truth likely somewhere between extremes. What remains undisputed: when crisis occurs, training matters. Equipment matters. People matter most. Female pilots' actions demonstrated all 3 factors working together. Training, years of preparation. Countless scenarios practiced, muscle memory developed. Equipment, C-17 performed exactly as designed. Engines responded. Systems functioned. Aircraft delivered. People, pilot made correct call. Crew executed flawlessly. Ground personnel cleared safely. Result: 0 casualties. Aircraft preserved. Mission accomplished. Broader implications: US military projecting message through this incident even without official statements. Message to potential adversaries: we're prepared. Our people are trained. Our equipment works. Our response time measured in seconds, not minutes. Message to allies: we maintain readiness. We protect assets. We complete missions despite challenges. Message to public: military investment produces results. Professional training saves lives. Capability matters. Venezuela's shock understandable. Emergency military departures rarely occur without serious reason. But shock perhaps revealing. Surprise at US readiness. Surprise at rapid response. Surprise at capability. That surprise itself, strategic advantage. Final analysis: 1 pilot, 1 aircraft. Drop thoughts in comments. Subscribe for more military aviation analysis. Hit notification bell staying updated on developing situations. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.